Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Innate Wisdom. This is Agnes. I'm an intuitive and a tarot card reader, and I'm very excited to do this pick a card reading for you today. We're going to be exploring your person's current feelings for you, what they think of you, what they think of this situation, and other interesting questions. So join me. Once you have your deck or decks picked out, you'll find the timestamps for the readings in the description below. So if you picked the left side deck, this is going to be your reading, and let's get started and see how your person feels about you right now. Let's see their current feelings for you. How does this person feel about you right now? The Hermit and the King of Cups. And we have the King of Coins, which is the King of Pentacles. And I feel like this person is not really open about how they feel about you. Might be acting closed off. They're not so open about how they feel about you because they don't want to get exposed, and it feels like they don't want to be vulnerable. This King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, is very much about stability. This person might have trouble with giving things up, they might have trouble adjusting to change or embracing change. It feels like they're not so open to experiencing new things that might seem to them like they're out of their control. It feels like in a way they might be possessive or controlling. They like their things in order, and this seems like a dependable person. They might be good with their money, but as far as their feelings for you, this is the King of Cups, and they actually have feelings for you, but I feel like they're hiding it. It feels like it's a constant battle within them. Do I become vulnerable to this person, or do I keep it to myself? And I feel like right now the King of Pentacles is winning, because here's this Hermit card, which indicates that this person might be acting closed off. They might be acting distant and non-communicative. However, the Hermit doesn't have to be a negative type energy. The Hermit brings such an energy that might actually help your person do some introspection and actually release whatever is not working in their life. If they need to close out a cycle, or if they need to release some emotions or some kind of past memories that are still on their mind, or they're carrying it around, it's time to release those. So I feel like this time period, if they're not communicative, it might be that they're doing this introspection if they choose to. So it's really up to their free will how they use this time period. But let's see now some clarifications, and let's see what we need to know about the Hermit. And for the clarifications, I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale cards. Let's see what we need to know about the Hermit. And we have the Nine of Wands. So this person might be acting withdrawn because they're lacking energy, and it feels like maybe you have been fighting, and maybe there's also the lack of trust is what I'm hearing. But this person right now doesn't have a whole lot of momentum within themselves. It seems like they don't have a whole lot of energy to give to this relationship right now. What do we need to know about these two kings here? Let's see. And the Ace of Pentacles. So it feels like they want to come back towards you, but it's something that they really want to maybe think about. They might want to weigh, the pros and cons. They might be calculating the risk. And it feels like this person might not give voice to their heart without calculating a risk involved here. But it feels like they want a new start with you. They want a new start that leads to success, that leads to commitment. It might not be a fast start, and it feels like they are all about stability and comfort zone. They don't like to be unstable. They don't like to be unsettled. Let's see now how this person views the situation between the two of you. Let's see what they think of this situation. The Six of Cups, the Devil, and the Knight of Pentacles. And it seems like this person cannot release you. It feels like they have a very strong attachment to you. And also, I feel like they have a very strong attachment maybe to monetary things, such as money, wealth, status. And it feels like this devil energy is really interfering. This could be that attachment that could be toxic, bringing down the energy between the two of you and not contributing anything positive. The devil, on the other hand, could also indicate a very deep sexual connection between the two of you, but I feel like the two of you have almost like a codependent relationship going. Or your person might feel like they need to control you or manipulate you. Again, that possessiveness is somehow coming into the picture here. However, it could also be that your person is dealing with some type of an energy that is controlling them, whether it's another person in their life that's acting possessive or controlling, or it could be some kind of an environmental thing, such as money, or it could be their job. It could be some kind of an idea or thought that they're obsessed with. So it could be something or someone else that this person is having trouble saying no to. It's almost like they cannot keep their boundaries respected. On the other hand, this Knight of Coins, which is the Knight of Pentacles, is also having trouble letting themselves feel their emotions. It's like this Knight of Coins is kind of disconnected from their heart. They prefer not to be vulnerable because they don't want to be controlled. But then on the other hand, here's this devil energy, which indicates that they do have a tendency to attract things or people that control them. And the Six of Cups indicates that this person has very fond memories of the two of you being together. And I feel like they're dealing with nostalgia. They have you on their mind a lot, and they're looking at your photos and memories that you created together. It's almost like they cannot let go of that situation either. This person doesn't embrace letting go. That's what it feels like. So let's get some clarifications and see what we need to know about this devil energy here. This is the Seven of Cups. And so this indicates maybe they have multiple options going, and maybe they have an addiction to sexuality. That's the first impression that I got of this Seven of Cups. It's almost like my eyes are being drawn to this snake energy there, that snake, the image. And it feels like something is really getting their attention a lot. Something is like a temptation in their life, something that they have trouble saying no to. And it's almost like they know that it's not good for them. Let's see what we need to know about the Knight of Coins. And this is the Nine of Swords. So it feels like this Knight of Coins is not open to feel their feelings because they're up in the head about something. They really are troubled. There's a lot of anxiety and fears and doubts that I'm feeling from this Nine of Swords, something that's actually giving them sleepless nights, and they want to be emotionally distant. They're doing this on purpose. They don't want to get close. They don't want to get close to someone, and they're afraid of being hurt. But what I'm feeling about this person is that they have already fallen for you, but it's like they're desperately trying to keep that a secret or somehow suppress those feelings. What do we need to know about the Six of Cups, which is a deep, intense connection that's coming now from the Six of Cups? Aside from nostalgia and pleasant memories, it could indicate a deep, intense emotional connection. Could be like a soulmate, could be a past life connection. Let's see what we need to know about it. And this is the Knight of Swords. So it feels like this person is trying to almost like hush their emotions away. It's like they want to make their emotions go into the background. They don't want to be affected by their emotions. They don't want their emotions to be a factor in their decision-making process because they just want things that feel safe to them. So let's see now what they think of you. Let's see, what does this person think of you? The King of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. So they see you as being distant and unemotional, someone who is very confident and intelligent. So that's how they see you, as indicated by the King of Swords. And they feel you as someone who doesn't want to be submissive. They feel you as an equal, level partner. But the Seven of Wands is also telling me that they see you as someone who is being closed off from the heart. They see you as you're protecting yourself as well. But also, they think that you're not giving up. It's almost like in the Seven of Wands, they see perseverance, as if you're holding on to your energy and you're not giving up on this relationship though. You might be closed off from the heart, but that you're still there for them. And the Five of Wands indicates that they might think that you're kind of argumentative, and maybe that the two of you have a lot of unsettled business, and that you could be actually having angry fights and ego fights, ego battles, who is right. And those battles often lead actually nowhere. They don't lead to solution, but that's how they see you. So let's see what we need to know about the King of Swords. And that's the King of Pentacles. And they see that you are very rigid in some regard. They see you as inflexible around your ideas. You are holding on to your beliefs and what you want and the way you want things. And they see that that you too might have a comfort zone that feels safe for you, and you're not willing to change in that regard. So, and there's a king clarifying a king. So they see you as someone who is solidly holding their ground. Let's see what we need to know about the Seven of Wands. The Six of Cups shows up again. So they think that you are missing them. They think that you are longing for their company, and this is why you're not giving up in their mind. In their mind, you feel this soulmate type connection. Let's see what we need to know about the Five of Wands. The Ace of Cups. So they think that beneath all the anger and the fights, you really want a new start with them. So it feels like they have a lot of ideas about you. So it feels like they are hoping that this is what you want. They're hoping that you want a reconnection. So let's see their probable future actions towards you. Lovers. Queen of Wands. And the Six of Wands. So this person feels pretty confident about themselves. They might be actually loving your attention, because here's the Six of Wands, but it could indicate also that they love the attention of others. So maybe they like to be in the spotlight. They like to be the center of attention. They might be actually very fun to be around. And it feels like they're very charismatic. They might be an entertainer. And I feel like they have an air of confidence about them that makes them very attractive. However, they might be sitting on a high horse about that. It's almost like they know that and they are counting on your attention. That's just how it comes through to me. And I feel like this person wants to get close to you, because here's this Lover's card. But the Lover's card is also about duality. It's about making decisions. Which option do I choose? And I feel like they're making it seem to you like they want you, they want to be with you. There's such an attraction here. And I feel like when the two of you are together and they're giving you their attention, it feels like you're on top of the world. So let's see what we need to know about the Lovers. The Emperor. And I feel like when it comes to decision making, this person is not really involving their heart. That's what I just feel from the Emperor. You might also be dealing with a fire sign person, such as an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, because there's a lot of fire energy here. Now, the Emperor, they have goals. This is a confident person, and I feel like when they make a decision, it's going to be what makes sense to them. I feel like the Emperor is not a character who involves their hearts, their emotions in decision making. It feels like they're going to decide whatever fits their goals. So let's see what we need to know about the Queen of Wands. The Nine of Cups. This person is making their dreams come true, it feels like. they're achieving their goals and their dreams are coming true. And it also feels like they want to come towards you because that's what they want from their heart. So even though consciously it's almost like they're trying to exclude their heart from the decision making, but it feels like their heart consciousness is very much involved subconsciously, what they choose. Let's see what we need to know about the Six of Wands. And we have Justice. So it feels like this person wants to make something right. Maybe they're going to be apologizing, but it feels like whatever they do is that they want to bring back balance and harmony between the two of you. It's almost like they want to equalize the energies again. They want to clear away the fights, the anger, and they want to make it right. So maybe that's why the victorious feeling is coming from the Six of Wands. All right, so let's see now, where is this relationship headed? The Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, and Death. So multiple characters here, Page and Knight, all these are court cards, and we've had a lot of court cards here, and I feel like in a way this is referring to maybe multiple options that this person is having. Maybe they have, maybe they're keeping their options open, but I feel like this, in the next stage of your relationship, this multiple option feels like it might have to come to an end. So it's either that or a major transformation in the relationship. But if this person does come to a decision finally, and chooses to be with you, or whatever their choice is, it seems like it's going to completely transform this relationship. Also, the Death energy is about changes. Like I said, transformation. It's like change is coming whether you're ready or not, or whether your person is ready or not. It's just there. I guess the question is how the two of you decide that you will approach this situation, because it might bring up completely new energies. Now, with regards to the two court cards, it feels like there's going to be messaging between the two of you that gives a new start to the relationship. It feels like a new cycle might be starting between the two of you. However, here's this unreliable energy. The Knight of Swords is very unstable. There's this character is like in and out. Maybe one day they're in, next day they're out. They change their mind a lot. They cannot be counted on. The Page energy is very immature in a sense that no big steps, no huge movement forward can be expected from a Page. It's almost like messaging energy, there might be messaging. Knight of Swords could be about communication. It could be about ideas that are not being brought to fruition because the Knight of Swords is not stable enough to make anything come true. And this next stage energy often involves, conflicts that need to be faced and cleared from your way, because this is because these might be blocks that block your progress. So that's why the Death card is here, because it indicates that you can transform this situation. So let's get some clarification and let's see what we need to know about these two court cards here. The Five of Pentacles. And I feel like the multiple options actually bring the feelings of loss into this relationship. And to avoid further losses, it feels like the multiple options need to be somehow cut out from this dynamic. It seems like the cards are talking about, cutting those relationships out and just focusing on the two of you, because if it's not cut out, it feels like it might lead to loss or another breakup. And the Five of Pentacles is about feeling like you have been left out in the cold. And this is the relationship dynamic. This is not just yours or just your person's dynamic. This is what's coming to be resolved. These are the energies that are in the air right now. Let's see what we need to know about the Death energy. The Ace of Swords. So I feel like a new idea, some kind of, even an inspiration, something that's brand new, it might clear away the fogginess, and it feels like it's going to be a helper to the transformation. A sudden new idea, something, it's almost like it brings freedoms from something. It just feels like finally I can breathe, that type of energy. Something is over, something is ending. And it's almost like the past can be cut away. So in a way, this Ace of Swords feels very liberating. That's what I'm feeling from this. And I just really feel like this Five of Pentacles energy, and with the Court cards and the Death card, could really go two ways. One is that your person, if they're the ones with the multiple options, they end their other relationships and they stay with you. Or there could be a breakup between the two of you, but it feels like it leads to liberation in some way. It feels very positive in a way. Because if the two of you break up, it feels like you're losing someone who didn't commit to you. And that might have been weighing on you for some time. That's just what I feel. Of course, take everything how it resonates. Thanks so much for being here. Now I'm going to be continuing with the middle deck. So if you pick the middle deck, this is going to be your reading, and let's get started and see how your person feels about you. Let's see what their current feelings are for you right now. The Hanged Woman, the Hangman energy, and we have the Six of Swords. And let's see, this is the Five of Pentacles, Five of Coins. So I feel like this person, at first glance, they're kind of closed off, distant, and keeping it cool right now. They're kind of emotionless, and seems like maybe the two of you are after a breakup, because here's the Five of Pentacles, which indicates feeling left out in the cold. It indicates the sense of loss of something valuable, and maybe it just feels like they really value this relationship between the two of you, and right now they're trying to leave the situation behind. Maybe it was a tough situation. And also the Hanged Woman, it feels like there's also stagnation within this person. Maybe they should have seen something differently in order to prevent this breakup or this separation. But it's almost like they're kind of resisting changing something, or they might have a closed off mind. Maybe they are reluctant to change. So that's the initial information that I'm picking up on. Let's get some clarifications, and I'm going to be using the Healing Light Tarot for the clarifications. What do we need to know about the Hangman energy? It's called the Hangman in the traditional tarot. Here it's called the Hanged Woman. And we have the Queen of Cups. And it feels like maybe this person cannot decide if they should approach you again, because they have a lot of feelings for you. Okay, so Queen of Cups, lots of feelings. Let's see, what do we need to know about the Six of Swords? Why are they acting distant and cold? And that's the Three of Swords. So there is a broken heart energy in this dynamic. Maybe they broke your heart, or maybe vice versa. Take it how it resonates. But right now something is unforgiven. It seems like this is the issue that's separating the two of you. This might be actually making the two of you grow apart and go your separate ways. And this could have been a love triangle. It could be different type of heartache, but definitely a broken heart type energy. Maybe that's why the two of you separated or broke up. So let's see, what do we need to know about this Three of Swords energy? Let's get another clarification. Feels like this card wants to come. And this is the Nine of Swords. So somebody is really up in the head. Somebody is having a lot of anxiety over something. Maybe that Three of Swords energy, right? Somebody is having sleepless nights, and I feel like it's your person. They're definitely having a hard time letting this go, or, you know, getting through this. They're having a hard time maintaining their distance. They're doing it, but it's difficult for them. And they also are full of fears. It feels like they're full of anxiety and just a tough time, you know, emotionally. Let's see, what do we need to know about the Five of Pentacles? And we have the King of Cups. Now the Queen and the King of Cups showed up in the same row. And so this person feels like the two of you belong together. And that's the loss that they feel. They feel like the two of you belong together. And I feel like this person actually wants a new start, but they're not saying it. That's actually just my intuition telling me that. All right, so let's see now, how do they see this situation between the two of you? What do they think of this situation? The Eight of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So it's almost like from the Eight of Cups, I'm sensing that this person feels like they have no choice but to leave this situation behind. It's almost like they feel like they have been dumped. And I don't know if that's the case, but that's just how it comes across. It almost feels like they have no choice but to leave the situation behind. And I feel like they're really conflicted about it. It feels like they have a lot of inner struggles. Maybe those troubles are also being projected onto the relationship dynamic as well. So you might be having fights in which you hurt each other through words, through playing mind games, if that's the case. So this could be even manipulation. It could be playing games. The Eight of Coins, it feels like this person wants stability back between the two of you. They want to find solutions. But in a way, it almost feels to them like it's impossible to find solutions. And they're hoping that this is just a time period that will soon pass. That's also specific information that's coming right now. So let's see now the Eight of Cups. What do we need to know about that? The Queen of Wands. You know, it's very interesting because I feel like it's almost like somebody else is pushing them away. It's almost like they feel like you're pushing them away, or somebody else is telling them to leave this situation behind. It's almost like they're obeying somebody else's will. And that's just what I'm getting about this Eight of Cups. That's why they feel like they have no choice but to leave this behind. Let's see what we need to know about the Five of Swords. What are these conflicts about? And this is the Knight of Pentacles. My gosh, so many court cards are showing up here. I feel like this person might be having trouble committing. It feels like they're not really open to acting from the heart. Maybe that's an area of life in which they feel blocked, because they definitely have love for you in their hearts. They feel like you belong together, but for some reason, the Knight of Pentacles is not acting from the heart. And also the fact that we have so many court cards already, that broken heart situation could have been because of a third party. It could have been because of a love triangle, or somebody else outside of your relationship having an influence on you or your person that's actually making you to grow apart. What do we need to know about the Eight of Pentacles? The solutions, let's see. That's the Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like whoever has or whoever is being influenced by someone else needs to become independent of that energy. It's almost like somebody has to cut energetic ties to that other person, or etheric cords, you know, cutting ties and setting boundaries. So not letting somebody else influence them. I don't know if this pertains to you or them. It feels like it's them, but you know, take it how it resonates. Sometimes the messages come reversed. Let's see now, what does this person think of you? Eight of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles, or Ten of Coins. And we have the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So this person sees you as someone who wants to talk to them, someone who wants to reconnect. That's what they are hoping for, that you're wanting. And they also see you as wanting commitment in this relationship. They see you as this being your dream come true. This is your end all be all, and that you want to be with them. The Eight of Wands also indicates passion. So they feel like you want to take things fast and you want to get going with this, that you feel a lot of attraction for them. And it also indicates communication. So it really feels like that they think you want to talk to them. And also the Page of Cups indicates a new cycle. So they're hoping for a new cycle. They're hoping that you're going to reach out to them. And they're also hoping you're going to accept their reaching out to you. So let's get some clarifications. What do we need to know about the Page of Cups or the Princess of Cups? And that's the Page of Pentacles. They imagine that you're going to be friend zoning them when you start communicating with them, but they're hoping you do have feelings for them, because this page is clarifying the Page of Cups. So they might think that you're hiding your feelings behind the practical messages. So maybe the messaging between the two of you is going to be more friendly, but they're hoping you still have feelings for them. So that's the type of vibe I'm getting from this. Let's see what we need to know about the Eight of Wands. The Seven of Wands. They really think that you're not giving up on this, that you might be acting closed off, but that within you're still having hope and that you persevere. They feel like you're closed off, but they feel that behind that wall, there's a lot of passion and the need to talk. So let's see now their probable future actions towards you. Four of Wands. The Ten of Wands. And we have the Hierophant. So the Four of Wands is one of my cards for that twin flame soulmate type relationship, and it's showing up here as part of their probable future actions. So I feel like their actions are going to reflect the connections that the two of you have, at least in their mind. They feel very connected to you. They feel very attached to you, and they want stability with you. They want to bring that back. However, it feels like the Ten of Wands is indicating that there's some burdens, something that's burdening this relationship. It's actually the factor that prevents the commitment between the two of you. So let's get some clarification and see what these burdens are. What do we need to know about the Ten of Wands? The Devil, something that's toxic. And I feel like it's coming from your person. It could be that third-party situation, and maybe this person is dealing with manipulation. They might be manipulated by someone else, but this could be something that they're not saying no to, something that they cannot resist. It's almost like a temptation. It could be an addiction to drugs, alcohol, sex. It could be obsession with money, with ideas, beliefs. It could be that they're being controlled or manipulated by someone else, which doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but it could be a parent, a child, or a circumstance. So this Devil, it could be so many things. Just take it how it resonates. But I feel like this is what's dragging down the energy between the two of you. This is the block. What do we need to know about the Hierophant? And that's the Ten of Pentacles. And this person wants commitment from you. The Hierophant indicates commitment, stability, and so does the Ten of Pentacles. And this is the second time that this is showing up. So it feels like it's also their end-all be-all for the two of you to be together. Also, the Four of Wands indicates great stability, great happiness, a home together, a life together. So that's what they want, but it feels like they're just being dragged down. It feels like they need to learn to control this Devil energy. They need to start respecting their boundaries and say no when they have to. But then so do you. So that, because indirectly, you might feel like you're being manipulated by this Devil energy too, because you're in this relationship or you were in this relationship. So, all right, so let's now see, where is this relationship headed? What's the next stage? Which often indicates challenges that might be coming up for resolution. And we have the Sun, High Priestess, and the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, the fact that it's here, it indicates some blocks with regards to self-sabotage. these blocks are self-imposed most often. They could be fears, they could be ideas, beliefs, anything that limits this relationship. And I feel like this is actually being brought into the relationship dynamic by one or both of you. And many times when we're talking about relationships, the parties actually reflect each other's wounds. So if your person has their own blocks, their own fears that are limiting them, you could be dealing with similar fears and ideas that block you. You may not know about them, but it shows up in the relationship dynamic. So just take it how it resonates. That's the Eight of Swords, being up in the head about something. Like I said, it could be beliefs, it could be fears, doubts. Doubts, I'm getting now doubts around self-love, even deservingness. The High Priestess indicates that there needs to be a connection established to the heart for both of you, and therefore you can connect again from the heart, because for now it feels like the High Priestess is bringing on the energy that you're not very open, maybe from the heart. Maybe you're not telling each other everything, and the Sun energy is here, which brings a lot of hope. And I feel like it also brings the healing light. However, the Sun also shines light on the blocks. So this next stage in the relationship feels like it could be about conflict resolution. It could be around clearing away the self-limiting ideas. Or maybe you're coming face to face with these self-imposed limitations. But the Sun, it's almost like promises optimism. If you're willing to face these issues, it feels very much like they can be cleared away. Whether you can do it or not, it's about whether you are able to connect within your heart to yourself. All right, so let's get some clarifications. Let's see what we need to know about the High Priestess. And that's the World. The World card to me indicates that there's an ending in sight. Something is ending. And I don't mean your relationship, but I feel like it's more about whatever these blocks are to the heart connection. And it feels like it could be an ending to that devil energy. But it feels like the World card is blocked here. It's almost like whoever needs to let go of something to clear away the toxicity, they're not ready to do that. So that's just what I'm picking up on from the World card. Let's get another clarification. Why am I getting the feeling that they're not ready? Whoever needs to do that, to let go of something that's ending in their life. The Six of Cups. And I feel like they can't let go of something because they're emotionally manipulated. That's just what I'm feeling. It's almost like somebody is reminding them of memories that affect them emotionally. It's almost like being emotionally blackmailed or something, and constantly being reminded of the past, of how good it was in the past. So it's kind of like strengthening the attachment instead of letting it go. Let's see what the Eight of Swords is about. And that's the Chariot. So it feels like the Eight of Swords is preventing the two of you moving on together, starting a new life together. The Chariot actually promises a fast journey. It promises lots of forward momentum if only the hesitation could stop. But I feel like there's still an element of indecisiveness that is coming up to be solved between the two of you. All right, so that's what I have for you if you chose the middle deck, and let's continue now with the right side one. If you chose the right side deck, this is going to be your reading, and let's get started. Let's see how your person feels about you. Let's see their current feelings. What are their current feelings for you? The Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands, and a Hierophant. And I feel like this person is feeling hopeful about working out your issues or your problems, and it's almost like they're expecting positive changes to be happening here between the two of you that's going to help establish or re-establish a connection between the two of you to bring back stability or to establish commitment and stability in this relationship. And It feels like that they're really confident about this. Almost, I have a little bit of feeling that they're overconfident. And from the Six of Wands, I'm also getting that this person might like attention. They might like to be in the center of attention. There's optimism here. It's almost like a Sagittarius type vibe that I'm feeling. And I feel like they want commitment. So let's get some clarifications now. I'm going to be using the Paulina Tarot for the clarification cards. So what do we need to know about the Six of Wands? And that's the Nine of Wands. So even though they might be overconfident, it feels like some fights are behind you. This Nine of Wands is telling me that they are almost on the verge of giving up on this relationship. It's almost like they lack energy. It's like they're tired for some reason. Maybe there's also fighting behind you too. Maybe there's a lack of trust. Let's see why is the Nine of Wands here. What do we need to know about that? And that's the Six of Swords. You know, I feel like their ego has been hurt and now they're acting all distant and maybe non-communicative. They're acting cold, emotionless. It feels like they're up in the head and it does feel like their ego has been hurt. Let's see, what do we need to know about the Hierophant? The Empress. So yes, I was picking up on that they want stability, and that's what the clarification card is also saying. It's like they want to establish a future with you. They want to have a future with you. It's like they want a family with you. They really want to take this far. So let's see now, how do they see this current situation between the two of you? What do they think of the situation? What's on their mind about that? The Ten of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Five of Wands. So, turns out that they're actually having feelings for you, but also like there's a sense of betrayal. Maybe this person let you down in some way or backstabbed you or did something to you that you did not deserve. And it feels like that's still in the air. It's almost like it's still separating the two of you. Maybe that actually led to you two being separated. And I feel like they want to come back with a bouquet of roses. It's almost like your person is that character pictured on the Knight of Cups card with, a bunch of roses in their hands. Like they want to offer you their love. But the Knight energy kind of seems immature in a way. It's almost like they don't really get your point of view. Maybe they don't truly understand your side of the story, like why you have been hurt. And it feels like maybe there's quite a bit of fighting as well. Maybe the two of you have very strong egos and there could be power struggles and conflicts. And the Five of Wands indicates, crisis. And it feels like it's still in the air. And I feel in a way this person is kind of afraid of reaching out to you because they're afraid of these arguments. So let's get some clarification. And what do we need to know about the Ten of Swords? And this is the Queen of Swords. It feels like this person is really up in the head about that. They're just thinking very rationally. And it's almost like they don't understand why you're hurt. That's just something very specific that's coming right now. What do we need to know about the Knight of Cups? The Emperor. It's almost like this person has an agenda that they want to accomplish. They have goals and it's almost like they're gonna, come back to you, offer, like it's like they want to do whatever they have to do in order to win you back. And this person is fairly confident about that. It almost feels like you might be dealing with a fire sign, such as an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius. So let's see, what do we need to know about the Five of Wands? And that's the Eight of Swords. So I feel like the fights are about that your person is somehow unable to free themselves from whatever self-limitations they have. It's almost like their own beliefs or fears or ideas keep them stuck in a situation and they feel like it's their environment that doesn't let them go. It's almost like they're blaming things on their environment or they're blaming someone else for their being stuck. So that's the Eight of Swords. It's a self-sabotaging energy that's coming up right now, and that could be actually the topic of the arguments that go on between the two of you. So let's see now, how does this person see you? How do they see you? Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. They see you as being someone who is confident, and they also see you as someone who is clear-minded. It's almost like you can always fix everything, it feels like. It's almost like they think you know the solution to everything. Here's this Ace of Swords, which also indicates that you might have a discussion that brings clarity. In general, they think of you as someone very grounded, who is a clear thinker, and is very stable, someone that you can be depended upon, you can be counted on, and you can be trusted. You definitely seem very stable to this person, and they also think you're willing to give more energy, more effort into this relationship. The Six of Pentacles, it's almost like they're counting on that. And maybe that's why they seemed so sure about you being there for them. So let's get some clarifications and see what we need to know about the Ace of Swords. The Two of Cups. You know, they feel like you are there for them because they feel like you are in love with them. They feel you two have this deep bond, and they trust that you still feel this towards them. So it's almost like that twin flame or soulmate type relationship. Maybe that's why they're so sure about you or your connection. Let's see, what do we need to know about the King of Pentacles? And that's the Eight of Wands. They really feel like you want to move ahead with this relationship, and they also think you want to talk to them and that you're going to talk to them. So let's see now their probable future actions towards you. The Four of Pentacles, Death, Rebirth, and the Nine of Wands is showing up again. So it feels like there's some rigidity coming from your person. It's almost like they're not able to let go of something, and they're holding on tightly to something. But it feels like this transformation energy, which is indicated by the Death, Rebirth card, it feels like they're going to be releasing something that they haven't been able to release before. It's almost like cutting ties to their past, maybe. Or somehow freeing themselves, because this Four of Pentacles, it just energetically comes across as someone who is very limited in their freedom. It seems like they keep themselves trapped in something. And it feels like it's going to turn around the whole dynamic in this relationship, because the Nine of Wands right now indicates the lack of energy. This person kind of feels tired, and I feel like it's that tiredness because they're stuck, because they're not willing to let go of something that's over. Or it could be even an idea or something that they're hung up on. It could be really an attitude as well that they're not letting go of. So it feels like that's kind of transforming within them. Let's see some clarifications. What do we need to know about the Four of Pentacles? And we have the Lovers. So I just immediately feel like the Four of Pentacles is about living from the heart. Being courageous enough to choose what's in somebody's heart. And I feel like the Death card is actually going to help them make a decision to live from the heart. Let's see, what do we need to know about the Nine of Wands? And we have the Two of Wands, which is about choices. You know, do I follow my heart or do I stay stuck in my mind? And I feel like, you know, being stuck where they are is going to lead to further energy depletion. That's just what I feel. But all of this is changing right now. So let's see now, where is this relationship headed? What is the next stage for the two of you? Many times the next stage brings up the conflicts that need to be resolved. So let's see. Two of Wands again. King of Swords. And the King of Wands. We have two kings here, court cards. So in the relationship dynamic, because this is not just your energy, this is not just your person's energy, this is both of your energies. And I feel like, the choice is there. Some kind of a decision needs to be made. And I feel like whatever decision is made is going to be very sure. It's almost like whoever is the one that needs to make that decision is very sure about themselves. But I feel like at the same time, somebody is kind of stuck on some ideas that could bring on some rigidity. And I feel that from the King of Swords, this could be about beliefs. It could be about rigidity around their ideas. And I'm also picking up on from these two court cards that there might be some kind of an outside influence energy, an outside influence that might be affecting your person or affecting you. I definitely feel like the relationship itself is in front of crossroads. A decision needs to be made. Do I go left or right? And also there might be distance between the two of you. These decisions, it might be actually multiple decisions, could be around how to move forward together, if that's the decision that's being made to move forward together. And I feel like in this next stage, there's a lot of forward moving energy because the King of Wands is here. And at the same time, the King of Swords is kind of bringing on clarity, certain clarity that keeps both of your heads clear and knowing exactly what you want, and that's what you give energy. So let's get some clarifications and see what we need to know about the Two of Wands. And that's the Hermit, which indicates that in order for the two of you to make a decision or to agree upon a decision, some things need to be cleared from both of your energy fields. And for that, you might have to do some introspection, because the Hermit energy could actually shine a light on what's no longer serving your highest good. And it gives the chance to release whatever needs to be released. So it's almost like shining a light on the path. And I feel like that will help bring you to the correct decision that's best for the two of you. What do we need to know about the King of Swords? The Five of Wands. So there might be some ideas that you do not agree about. And it feels like there still could be some discussions around that, or some arguments around that. That could be filled with anger. However, if you look at anger and in such a way that it gives you the motivation to make a change or to improve a situation, because it's really just showing up because it's signaling that something isn't right and something needs to be changed. So it's actually giving you that push to make that change. So it's of course up to you how you use anger, and they could result in angry arguments that lead nowhere, but you could actually use the energy of anger to make some positive improvements. What do we need to know about the King of Wands? And that's the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like the King of Wands energy, once you find the common ground, you could move this relationship out of stagnation. And I feel like that's the answer to move out of being stuck. All right, so there might be some work involved here, but it feels, I feel a certain optimism from this reading. All right, so thank you for being here. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and feel free to share. Have a lovely day. Take care.